Hello and welcome to another Ixalan Draft League. We have opened up an exciting pack. It's got a Planeswalker in it. We have Huatli, Warrior Poet, which actually I'm not sure I've read yet. But 5 cost mana, or 5 mana for a 3 loyalty Planeswalker. You gain a bunch of life. It's not the best. Creating a 3/3 dinosaur token's pretty good though. And then deals damage as you choose among a number of creatures, and they can't block. That's pretty good. So you kill a small thing when she comes in, you create a reasonable sized blocker, or gain life. I don't think the life thing's going to matter tons. You kind of do that when you need to recharge her, but I think just a source of 3/3 dinosaurs is going to be pretty great. Other cards that are good in this pack, Dinosaur Stampede, I think a lot of decks want exactly one of. Fire Cannon Blast is quite good. Skullduggery is impressive. Nest Robber is fine. Of course, I haven't played with yet. Oops. Ooh, man, we almost ran out of time there. I didn't realize it was going to be quite that tight. Okay, well, after that immediate heart pounder there, we've got Priest of the Awakening Sun. Don't think this card's great unless you've really got a good dinosaur that you can go and search for. Being able to gain a couple of life early on is not bad, but you really need some dinosaurs you want to look for. On the other hand, Emissary of Sunrise I think is quite good. It was already white, so it fits with our Planeswalker, which we'd like to be able to play if we can. We also have Rigging Runner, which seems fine. It's been impressive to me in very aggressive decks, but not great outside of those. If you can play like 1-drop and then like 2 1-drops though, I had an opponent do that with 2 Rigging Runners, I was like, I lose. And yeah, that card's a little bit better than I initially gave it credit for. Yeah, I'll stick the Emissary here. I'm obviously very happy that I did not skip over our Huatli in the first pack. Okay, Labyrinth Fire Cannon I have seen once and it was okay. It was, again, maybe a little bit better than it looked. We have Shipwreck Rooter and Siren Storm Tamer in blue, which I like, Ixalan's Keeper, which I like, but I think we're just going to take one of the 2 white cards here and try and stay the course. Question is Paladin the Bloodstained better than Legion's Judgment? Legion's Judgment is very good against some decks and pretty poor against others. Paladin's pretty good in general. I think I would take the Paladin here. It is maybe a little bit close. I think I'll take the Paladin though. I think I would rather have a lot of Paladins than a lot of Legion's Judgments. And I think you tend to get both of them a little bit later. Okay. Don't hate Sure Strike. Stormfleet Pyromancer is pretty good, but I think is also something that you can get a little bit later in the pack. Paragon Knight is good if you end up with a bunch of dinosaurs, but not great otherwise. I think we're taking Legion's Judgment now. Okay. Fiery Cannonade's an interesting one. We also have Suncrowned Hunters, which has been impressive to me. It's better, again, than it looks. We don't have to be red. Fiery Cannonade is pretty good, although bad against the cards we have right now. You can definitely surprise your opponent with that card, though. It's pretty powerful. It's not that difficult in Orchestrate Instant Speed time where that's good. I guess if we were going to swap colors at this point, we'd be talking about Vanquish the Weak. I think I'm going to take the Fiery Cannonade. I think this card is pretty reasonable. Like I said, the fact that it's Instant Speed just makes it so much better. Okay, still have Skullduggery. It's a little bit late for that. Some other kind of unexciting cards. I guess we'll take the Sunrise Seeker over Sure Strike. We're not looking like we're going to be incredibly beatdown oriented. I think the Seeker's fine, if not great. Ooh, well, I regret a little bit taking a 5-drop because the Stormfleet Arsonist is quite good. But we don't have any 2s. Maybe we should just take the Nest Robber. But I'm not sure who I'm kidding. We're taking the Arsonist here. Alright, nothing in this pack. Not playing Ritual of Rejuvenation unless we are really, really sad with the way the draft goes. I guess maybe like Deadeye Tormentors, or maybe Opt. Yeah. I think blue's felt a little bit more open. I think I'm gonna take the Opt. I don't think either of these are real likely to be a shift colors for us, but they're there. Okay, we have Trove of Temptation. Not too bad with our kind of big creatures. Not sure this is a Dinosaur Stampede deck, but it might be. Trove is really good if you can use the mana. I'm not even sure if we can reliably, though. I'm going to take the Dinosaur Stampede. Not sure it'll be a main deck card, but not a bad one. Okay, picking up the Paladin this late is a good sign for us. And I guess Unknown Shores, in case we end up having to switch colors or something, or see something else great to splash. Late Sure Strike. Okay, I think the first pack went decent for us. We really would like to pick up 2-drops, I think, more than just about anything else at this point, but that's not bad. Getting a solid 9, maybe 10 playables out of your first pack. And I think our cards in the main deck are pretty good. Alright, here I think we're going to take the Fathom Fleet Firebrand. Like I said, we kind of need 2-drops. This is a pretty good one. I do like Marauding Looter a fair amount, but I'm not sure we're going to be splashing for it. It's pretty good. It's probably worth the splash, honestly. But I don't think it's so much better than the Fathom Fleet, especially when we need our 2-drops. So I think that's going to be the pickup here. Herald of Sacred Streams, Herald of Secret Streams, I think is also a little bit better than it looked initially. There are a lot of +1/+1 counters you can throw around when you're playing the right deck. Okay, Air Elemental, Drover the Mighty, you're both sad to pass, but I think Pious Interdiction is just the route we are on here, and this is a good pickup. Okay, so we only have one card that's really fantastic with our Pirates right now. Oh, I guess that kind of counts. It wouldn't kill it anyway, but we have a couple of like good sort of later game payoffs, like the Warrior Poet, and like Sunrise Seeker won't die to it. So I think this is still an include. It's gonna be pretty good in some situations, just kind of a mini Wrath of God. So even if it's killing off some of our creatures, I think a lot of the time it'll be okay. We can either like orchestrate a block against one of our opponent's creatures and then utilize it, or something along those lines. Ooh, Tishana, Voice of Thunder. I haven't seen this card in action yet. I had a friend that played it at the pre-release and said it was pretty good, but I haven't actually played against it firsthand. Fathom Fleet Firebrand seems pretty solid. Still, I think one of the better 2-drops in the format, so I'm not unhappy to pick it up here. Right Reprisal, reasonable card, so Skyblade, but I think Fathom Fleet's the best. Okay, so I'm kind of surprised to see Emperor's Vanguard this late. I don't think it's a bomb or anything, but I do think it's an early pick. This is 4th pick. I think it's a little bit late for it. Tishana's Wayfinder, likewise. I think people haven't quite realized how good that card is. Either that or I still think it's better than it is. We have Raptor's Companion, Dual Shot. Dual Shot's made a little bit worse by the fact that we have Fiery Cannonade. Don't think we ever want to play more than one Dinosaur Stampede, so let's pick up the Raptor here. Make sure we have the 2-drops. Okay. Duskborn Sky Marcher is very good with vampires. We only have a couple of right now. Revel in Riches is obviously sweet. See, this is the card you want, then you pick up all of the red. Treasure Ziller, something like that. I really need to learn the cards better. But the one that gives you an artifact or a treasure every turn makes your opponent attack into you. We're going to do a Revel in Riches deck at some point. Don't hate Rummaging Goblin, but I think we're just going to take Slash of Talons here. Man, I am struggling with the names. I am sorry, guys. Alright. Another Priest of the Awakening Sun. Still don't think that's really something we want to play. I think I'll take a Suncrowned Hunters here, though. I don't hate having one of these to kind of finish off the curve. And it can do some pretty serious damage to your opponent if you manage to stick it out. Of note, there's a Pounce here. And the Sky Marcher is good. We don't have that much for the Priest, though, right? Like Raptor's Companion, that's kind of it. And then this Sun-Crowned Hunters that we're picking up. Oh, wow, another Firebrand. I think I'll just take as many of these as we can get. I like the Paladin as well, but I think the Firebrand's better. And if there's ever something close, you tend to kind of skew towards the cheaper stuff. And at this point, I'm tempted to just take all the Sky Marchers and just have them all pump each other. It's probably bad. But this is like the 3rd one we've seen? Goodness. We're seeing some late vampire payoffs here for sure. Yeah, I don't think we're going to play another Sure Strike. I don't really think we're playing a Ryle. I don't know, I guess maybe another Sure Strike's not bad, especially with the Firebrands. It's funny though. These Scar Marchers. I mean, all we have is the Paladins. I don't know. Maybe this is higher upside. Alright, we'll take the Sky Marcher. I don't think it's real likely that we'll end up utilizing it, but if we end up with a couple more vampires in the deck, it probably would justify itself. Don't hate having a demolish. Okay, Skyblade of the Legion, not a bad one. And a vampire for Duskborn Skymarcher, if that's something that ends up happening. And I guess another demolish here. Yeah, I'll take Encampment Keeper this time. This is good against some of the really aggressive pirate decks. And a late Rummaging Goblin. I think this card is playable in some matchups. Pretty slow, but it does turn your like extra lands into good cards. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. It's just not great. Definitely a lot worse than your average looter. Okay, well I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I think our deck is got some pretty high power cards in it. We definitely short up the 2-drop problem this pack. We're already at 20 playables, so I think we're doing okay. Obviously, we'd rather not play like an Altasaur, some of this other stuff. Ooh, what have we here? Bishop of Rebirth. Whenever attacks, you may return a creature card from mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That card seems great. It's gonna trade for a card from your opponent usually and then just bring something else back. Yeah, I think it's a pretty easy pickup. I'm gonna call this a Sun Titan. I guess it's creatures only, but still, Sun Titan. Bishop Soldier's good. We play Tianali's Knight, although we don't have a ton of dinosaurs for it. We'd also play the Bondage Horn Crest, but I can't say no to that Bishop. Oh, for a second I thought I saw another one there. I was like, what? What even is this? But not quite that lucky. Okay, I think the pickup here is still just a Glorifier of Dusk. I do like the Bishop Soldier, I do like Thrash, I do like Slash of Talons, but I think the Glorifiers underperformed just a little bit for me, but the 2 life is a very real cost. But there are games where this is just a very, very good card. Works well with our Skymarcher, so does the Bishop for that matter. So I think we'll pick it up. We're a little bit heavy on 5s now. Can't play Call to the Feast, unfortunately. Brazen Buccaneers or Frenzied Raptor. Right now we have very few 3-drops. I do think the Brazen Buccaneers is better. How much better? Not by miles, right? Probably by miles. It explores. A 2-2 and a 4-2 are not all that different in a lot of matchups. We do have Sure Strike, which is good with the Raptor. Maybe we're looking to be kind of aggressive. You can remove your opponent's early plays. Frenzied Raptor does some serious work. I think we're taking the Buccaneers here. Just maybe hope to pick up a couple more. Ooh, 3-drops. And another Glorifier of Dusk. How many 5-drops can we really do? Headstrong Pirate I don't think is great in this. Well, I don't know, we're pretty aggressive. Yeah, we can just embrace the fact that we're an aggressive deck. We picked up enough 2-drops now. Is Glorifier of Dusk just better though? We have so many 5s, we have so few 3s. I think I'm gonna take the Headstrong Brute. I may end up regretting that, but at least right now it sounds pretty good. Rigging Runner, are we that aggressive? This does allow for some pretty disgusting openings. We play like turn 2 Fathom Fleet, turn 3 Rigging Runner plus another Fathom Fleet or something. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for it. I think this is okay. It is over Brazen Buccaneers, but we got this. Okay. Bishop Soldier, pretty good pickup. Ooh, or Raptor Hatchling. Raptor Hatchling is a 1/1 that turns into dinosaurs. It's less good when you're on the aggressive side and better when you're on the defensive, and I think we're definitely starting to veer towards aggressive. I think I might just want the Bishop's Companion, especially if we're paying some life a little bit later on. It works well with the Skymarcher too. Wow, another Firebrand. Okay, yeah. I am calling us aggro.deck. Makeshift Munitions I don't think carries its weight. Fire Shrine Keeper once in a while I think is good enough. I think we should probably take the Demystify though, now that I think about it. There are some enchantments that you want to blow up in this format. Another Bishop Soldier. Don't have tons of dinosaurs. I think the Knight is out of contention here. Wow, another Bishop Soldier. Okay, yeah. I feel like we are definitely aggressive here. I don't really want to play any of those. Nest Robber. Okay. Yeah. This last pack we got a lot of 2-drops. We actually got a lot of 2-drops in packs 2 and 3, considering how. I wish we'd take another Sure Strike now. Wonder if Fiery Cannonade ends up being bad for us then. A lot of our cards are pirates. Okay, well I think want to play 16? Is that too greedy? It might be. I don't think Rummaging Goblin's making our cut. Not try like Fiery Cannonade, will maybe bring it as a sideboard card. I want all of these guys. Well, Sunrise Seeker I think bites it. I think the Bishop's just better. Well, the Bishop and the Glorifier and the Arsonist are all better. That's the second time we've gotten a 14th pick field ruin. It's kind of funny. Do we have enough to merit the Sky Marcher? It is just like a Flying Man, which is almost good enough in a beatdown deck already. I wish we had more than one combat trick. I was just kind of thinking we probably wouldn't end up being that aggressive, but turns out we definitely are. I'm worried we're gonna end up with too many 2-drops. I think we do play Dinosaur Stampede now. Or Hijack. Might be dependent on the matchup. We don't have a ton of dinosaurs, so the Trample's not going to be relevant very often. Maybe we'd rather have Hijack. Just as sort of a removal spell to punch through those last points of damage. Wonder if we cut like the Skyblade. I think we have to keep all of our non-creature ones, certainly. Wish we had more 3-drops. But I guess Rigging Runner plus a 2-drop counts. Assuming we had 2 true drops in Rigging Runner, but we have a lot of cheap cards. We could definitely get there. I guess maybe playing a whole bunch of lands isn't bad with all of our Fathom Fleet Firebrands. I mean, it's always nice to be in this position where you're like kind of looking for stuff to cut. Maybe we cut Raptor's Companion. Maybe the Sky Marcher is just not quite good enough, although again, a 1/1 that like makes a decent amount of our creatures bigger is pretty powerful. I don't know, I always have a tough time paring my deck down. It's probably something I should work on a little bit more. I think we need the Hijack, because I think there are going to be a good number of times where we just stall out. I think I want like 8 2-drops. I want to have 2-drops basically always. Maybe we just want to cut a higher card. We're all good though. And maybe Sun-Crowned Hunters. This is good reach, though, in a deck that needs the reach. No, okay. I think I'm going to play... Oh, man, playing 16 lands with 5 or 4 or 5 drops is rough, too. And we've got some serious power up here, too. Alright, Nest Robber bites it. I'm not going below 7 2-drops, though. Alright. I guess maybe Hijack is less good than the Sun-Crowned Hunters. I guess the upside on Hijack's maybe higher. Okay, I think we're going to keep this. If we hit a lot of lands, it's actually not too bad with our Firebrands. The Brazen Buccaneers helps a little bit with that. Okay, alright. I'm not sure this is the best the deck could be, but I think this is what we're going with. We are definitely going to side a little bit heavier towards the red since we've got so many pirates. They get to Fire Breathe for it. I don't know, it feels like a mistake not to be playing the Stampede or the Hijack. The Sky Marcher is just not quite good enough. It is 1 damage. Alright, this is the deck. We'll probably change it after the first couple of games, but I think this is it for now. See you guys for match 1.